preeminent Spanish wine region and the most searched for name on our website. It grows mostly Tempranillo and Grenache grapes in a gravelly soil, very gravelly. So does a lot of the rest of Spain. So why is Rioja so preeminent then? Partly because this part of northwest Spain has the coolest climate, being in the rain shadow of mountains at the same time. So it's cold, but not particularly wet. Partly because it's 2 hours drive, for a Frenchman that is, from Bordeaux. There have been strong links between Bordeaux and Rioja since the time when the Bordeaux vineyards were destroyed by the phylloxera bug at the end of the 19th century, and most of Bordeaux rushed here to Rioja to make up the missing wine. So Rioja kind of got the big posh bodegas, which were more or less unknown in the rest of Spain until recently. And the big bodegas made it very famous. Now the region is experiencing this great, wonderful flowering of small boutique wineries making really classy wines. Rioja really is about oaky reds, yes. That's what made it famous. Wines aged in oak for years. This is something that only really happens here and in other parts of Spain. In France, Italy, you would only oak a red wine for maximum a year, 18 months. In Spain, they'll do it for much longer than that sometimes. Or they did. It's changing. Now, you don't have to have very oaky reds. There's no need. The grapes that Rioja is made from are actually very soft. They don't have a lot of tannin. They make delicious young wines. I mean, Grenache makes, in my mind, the best Beaujolais type Primeur wine there is. Why do we buy more Rioja? I think I remember some tests being done a few years ago by a Long Ashton research laboratory in Britain, and they researched wine and taste, and they found that some wines pretty much more or less everybody likes, but not that much. Other wines people had strong differences of opinion about. Rioja was one of those. People either hated it or loved it to bits. But I think what the key thing is that the people that love it to bits are the people who are really into wine. So your real wine lovers love a nice old oaky Rioja. Well, Rioja has always produced a little bit of white wine. It wasn't particularly famous, but it is becoming better and better. And you're going to ask me the grape variety, and it's Viura, I think. Yes, it's Viura, which is not one of the great famous ones, but it makes a very nice white wine.